Life's not about getting and having. It's about giving and being. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what do we got going on tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Whew, leg down, right? Coming in 35,000, 400, 700, moving around a little bit in that area, down like 7%. Stuff that tests those strong arms, right? Fundamentals. Reevaluate, where do you think we are in the market? These are the questions that people are asking. This is the stuff at hand. Are we headed into a bear market again? Was $60,000 the top? You know, should I have taken profit? Should I be trying to take profit? How far could we go down? Is this just, something to fake it out, wash out the weekends? Could we turn around tomorrow? I don't know. We're below the 200-day moving average. I don't know if I always know exactly what's going to happen with Bitcoin, but I don't think that I need to, right? The fundamentals haven't changed. Last I checked the other day, Taproot is like, it's a shoe-in now for in a couple months. Could we see the price move sideways till then? It's a possibility, right? I still haven't always figured out why the price of Bitcoin is what the price of Bitcoin is. The fundamentals have always been strong. Every time I see them talking about the money they want to use in politics, 6 trillion, 9 trillion, I don't know. It was some huge number, especially when you think about how many dollar bills have to be spent every minute to make these trillions of dollars. I don't always have the answer. I know the questions. I'm looking for the answers. And I'm glad that you guys are hanging out with me while we can ask questions and figure these out together. But we have our lovely and beautiful, as always, co-host Sammy on the sideline.
Good evening, everyone.
Sammy, how's it going over there?
Going pretty good.
So, do we have anybody in the chat?
We do.
We do. I love it when we have people in the chat. Please comment, give the video the thumbs up, share the video out, do all that kind of stuff so more people can find us. The whole point and everything we do here is to have this conversation. All right, Samantha? We're trying to figure out what is happening in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. Could we be in for a bear market? Yeah. I mean, hey, I don't know. Am I prepared? Yes. Eugene's always prepared because we have a plan, right?
Generally speaking, yes.
Would it have been a great idea to know that the price was going to go down before I started buying a bunch of Bitcoin thinking that this was a dip? Yeah. But
can't be as bad as the first plan we had. So, yeah.
Is Bitcoin still the best asset to be able to save right now for me and you, the way that we think and feel about money? All right, well, who's here?
All right, so Mike is here.
Mike, yes, buddy. I'm glad that you can make it here.
Zaza, so we'll see.
All right, let's see if we can get Zaza in the chat.
It's also apparently pouring rain there. Yeah, so that sucks. It's supposed to be
it's supposed to be crappy weather everywhere.
Yeah, that's true, and we're supposed to get it, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometime next week. All right. Ooh, the pothead. He says the SEC coming after Trayvon and Craig for BitConnect. They released a statement today. Ooh. That's gonna suck.
It took him a minute, but I mean,
usually it does, right? Like,
yeah, the red tape is long, but the long arm of the government is extremely long and seems to have no end. That's why it's always been to err on the side of caution, right? Because people that did all the Silk Road stuff, they were like, oh, Bitcoin's anonymous. Well, it was pseudo-anonymous, and they were able to track a lot of them. They weren't looking for the buyers, but they looked for the dealers.
Yep, and they did get, yeah.
So, everybody thought in 2017, they kept saying, wild, wild west. It's the wild, you can do whatever you want, you can rip people off, it don't matter. It's their fault, they're supposed to have personal responsibility. Well, that's not necessarily true.
No, a lot of the ICO people and a lot of the scam people, they started facing actual, prison time, fines, stuff.
We had gotten involved with lots of different things. Genesis Mining was a kind of scammy, and they paid us for a bit, and we talked about it. But as soon as we become aware of something to be scammy, we're honest. We've been honest and open with you guys. No one's been trying to make $1 off of anybody on this channel, right? That's why there are no affiliate links or all of that kind of stuff. I'm not telling you the best way to try to leverage trade, because so far it looks like that's some crap, right? With the downturn in this market, everybody who was doing any leverage trading has gotten effed right in the behind.
Satoshi James is here. The pothead
Satoshi
asks,
James, nice. I love it when you make it my man.
The pothead asks, should a referral link get you in trouble with the government? Okay, so that's like, okay, but they did a lot more than just a referral link. But in the same aspect, I mean,
it's questionable because BitConnect is the one that lied. I mean, if they go and say, hey, I really thought that BitConnect had a bot, an algorithm in the background that was trading against and for Bitcoin, making profit, and that's where the money was really coming from, you know. I mean, there's also talks that they were able, like, that they were so involved with it that they were on the end. You know what I mean?
They were in the epsilonness of, like, I got you.
Yeah, I love how you just make up these words.
Oh yeah, why not? That's why I love the modern investor. What? Another word maker upper. A linguistic? No, I don't know. See, I can't. They all just sound like they're squished together words. That's how I make up words. All right. So Mike says that he got scammed by Craig in 2014. All right. So we actually.
Yeah, we knew him briefly.
Yep.
He lived in Palm Bay, around the corner from my father's, like a couple miles away. And I mean, I didn't know the guy well, didn't like the guy or anything like that, but I knew that he did the bounce house stuff because every time you go by, they were always like blowing up and cleaning bounce houses at his house and in his front yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's kind of hard not to notice, you know, every time you go by, there's bounce houses all blown up everywhere.
Hey, it's whatever. Yes. All right. So Paul Revaux says we might as well all print our own money and use it as fiat, except it's all crime if we print valueless currency. I know it's a crime if we do it. I know. I mean, see, that's what I really think. They should just stop giving, like, trying to go for this, like, income somethingness, right? Okay, they should just let everybody be able to print their money, their own money. Screw it, just for yeah. I'm saying. All right, Zaza cannot make it tonight. Oh damn. All right, and John from Malibu is here.
John from Malibu, awesome man.
Oh, and Crypto Herbert, what's up?
Right?
Hi.
Wow, crypto, nice. So I do have some news written down. I do have a jumping off point, but of course, I would love to hear your comments, your questions in the chat. That's why Samantha's here. That's her main purpose. It's what makes this whole show go round, because otherwise I'm just standing up here ranting aimlessly about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So, and I mean, you guys know I'm in for life, so what good does that do? We got PayPal here, right?
Oh, wait. The pothead said he lost on Genesis. See, I thought, but we actually started taking it down when it started looking pretty.
Yeah, it was that I bought a little, but with the run up, I gained well because I also put mine into Dash mining. Yeah. And then it was affiliate codes. And I had actually switched it over to not give me, like, it was half mining power, half Bitcoin payout. And I mean, it was actually quite a decent bit of payouts that I received. Most of it was from our good friend, We Need to Talk. Sasha, he did Genesis mining quite a bit. And,
yes, because he also did weird stuff where he'd upgrade and do So
I got quite a bit of my first Bitcoin that way. You know, just straight payout from Genesis mining.
Yep. I mean, okay, continue with, yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, for the longest time, people used to talk about, you know, that you should get out there and work in the cryptocurrency space and earn Bitcoin. Yes. And, you know, that's when I started dabbling and trying to do cryptocurrency mining and all the different ways that you can. And it's not profitable. You know, in the beginning, it may have been for the regular person, but for, you know, the dude living in an apartment, making $300 a week, it is not going to go well. So, content creator, is very easy to break into, right? And everybody, since the 2017 bull run was about the individual, there was a lot of views, there was a lot of affiliate links, there was a lot of different things that turned around and generated small bits of income. And it wasn't that, one thing was going to pay you this month or that month. It was that, across 100 different things, everything seemed to pay you a little bit, and that would make several $100s.
Back in the day, we didn't even have the ability to have like super chats and like those kinds of things. And we still, it was like every other month, just from, ad monetization crap and stuff like that, that we would get the $100 payout like of stuff. And it was like, I don't know. Looking back on it, it's like we should have just taken all of that and really, we should have bought in 5 cameras. So now we would have had all of the backup, 3 laptops, more Bitcoin, those things. But
it's been a fun road, and I have learned so much through the progress of Bitcoin and coffee that I would never have set my sights on before. Learning about the creation of videos and photo editing and video editing and like the lighting and getting out here and just being who I am, and the shyness I had as a person in the beginning to the comfortability I have now to stand out here and speak openly to the world is a long way. So I thank all of you for every bit of this. Yeah. PayPal, withdrawing BTCs, step in the right direction. Better late than never, right? And they're saying that this is because of customer request, meaning that people are getting an education, right? What? People are getting an education, understanding they need to have their own private keys, needing to move it. Either that, or it's a Coinbase situation where people are buying it on PayPal and wanting to send it to the dark markets. So, because that's the only other way I thought, as I was like, oh yeah, they're going to take it to their private keys. They're going to get hardware wallets. They're going to buy it on PayPal and keep it for themselves. And I was like, but at the same time, most people on Coinbase are just buying Bitcoin to send to the dark markets to buy
drugs.
Man, drug testing kits.
Oh, there's a lot of drug testers out there. That's all righty. Sure, we're gonna go with that. Woo! Sure. BTC Moon Guy is here now too. Yay!
BTC Moon Guy, nice. I'm glad that you're here, my friend. Remember, hitting the thumbs up is how we get this party started, because it gets everybody here in the chat. The more questions you guys ask, the more you guys tell me about what you feel, the more jumping off points we have here to really get this going. So we got Iran. BTC ban, right? Talking about BTC mining is too power intensive, putting a strain on the grid, causing blackouts. But it's because everyone's trying to mine Bitcoin to be able to skirt around the US sanctions that they have on Iran. So I see the catch-22 situation, right? Is that Bitcoin is serving a purpose. So there's a high demand for the purpose that it's serving.
Yeah.
The censorship resistant transaction. But because of the power consumption, which everybody's up in arms about lately.
Oh, for the love of Elon.
Their grid can't take it, which, isn't that really what you would expect out of a bunch of people turning on ASIC miners in Iran?
Isn't Iran fucking hot? Like, incredibly hot? Don't
they got nuclear power?
I'm just saying, dude. Ooh,
I'm not up on the Iran info, but I know that they have not had a good economical system. I know that they've been under sanctions, and I know inflation has been pretty prominent for the last couple of years, because we talk about them quite a bit. But as far as everything as the power and their economic political stance and why it is what it is, I just know that their financial troubles are hurting the people, right? Because that's usually who gets hurt, is the people get hurt. The government people don't care, right? They have ways around all of this stuff. Money takes care of money, right? So the people that don't have any money, they're trying to find a way to get around. They're turning on ASIC miners. Now they can't do it. They got a ban on the situation. I think people are going to do it anyways, right? We've always discussed this.
It's just, I get the whole power consumption, environmental, blah, blah, blah. However, you're pretty blind to the rest of everyday living if you're thinking that that's at the top of your list. Like, I don't know. I mean, I get why people are saying things and apparently now starting to ban and making commissions and things and stuff to try to whatever. It sounds very PC.
I think that's all it is.
I just don't.
At this moment in time, the ideal that seems to be being propagated by the media is to suppress the price of Bitcoin. You know, there's not a lot that there's a Rolodex of things that they talk about, right? The 100 reasons why Bitcoin's dead. This card is kind of one of the least played.
That is true. They don't bring it up quite as much.
When you pull this out and you kind of blow it up to this next level where you're saying, oh, we have all of these people that are important people. You should listen to them.
And
It makes a
problem.
situation, right? It can get the average everyday person questioning their position in Bitcoin, which is ultimately why they're paying the media to do all of this, and they're not really doing anything. Remember, the goal is always to separate you from your Satoshis. Because the smartest thing you ever did was gave up that fiat to be able to buy some and say, hey, today I didn't need to spend that dollar on whatever crap it was, because all I really need is air and water, right? It's always hard, though. You know, you get into a situation, your mind gets fixated. You think that you need to do things. I understand the emergencies of medical bills, right? You have to fix yourself, right? You also have to have a place to live.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's a whole, level of people who don't. But yes.
You know, I say we put our life savings into Bitcoin. That also, to me, in turn, says that in 3 weeks from now, I'm not going to come out here and say that I lost it because I 20x longed my Bitcoin position and the market moved, right?
Oh, you mean you have to take responsibility for your things?
Well, but that's what you hear about these people that say that they committed suicide or that they've lost millions. You know, they say that they were leveraging their life savings or their house or whatever.
Yeah, it's like everything.
Everything. Well, I mean, if it's everything, then how could you be leveraging it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I would never be that one. Okay. I mean, you know me. I'm not the one who's ever going to jump off a freaking cliff. You know, no. I don't know about everything. Where like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and if this doesn't work, I don't know how I'm eating. Or where I'm going to like sleep or anything.
These people can't be thinking that way because if they were, they wouldn't be in this situation because if you thought negatively, you would turn it around. So they're actually telling themselves that they are so sure that they are correct, that this is a shoe-in for them to be for the rest of their life, right?
I don't know.
I like to try to always put myself in their shoes.
Ooh, how do these people now here?
Truth Monster, nice. Remember hitting the thumbs up, sharing this out. It's how we keep getting more people to add, comment, and tell us your thoughts. I'm just rambling out here.
But it is hard to get in other people's heads, okay? Like I don't know how you'd be able to do that and think like that's a rational.
So when I think about my life savings and I think about the 5 years that we've been in cryptocurrency and I think about all the mistakes I've made and all the things I've done right, the biggest thing I can keep telling myself is that validation has come. Validation has already come this year with all of the mile markers that we made of, you know, micro strategies and Tesla buying and the way that it's being accepted by traditional finance, right? We didn't have this in 2017. We have this now. As we look at it now, these questions aren't relevant if the US is going to ban this, if this is going to be here in another 10 years. So why change? Why would I think that all of a sudden at the time that I'm talking about in my life, when I'm supposed to be taking my life savings and saying, you know, I'm going to spend this with the last of my days, why would I think this changed because the price came down to $35,000 today? That's irrelevant. The fact of the fundamentals are still the same. We're getting Taproot, right? It's like three. I know that we missed the last one, but I know that like we're 3 months to the next possible activation. This is going to be amazing. We're going to see privacy because of it. We're going to see cheaper transactions, right? We're going to see a whole bunch of stuff with the signatures and multi-sig.
Taproot.
Well, I mean, people talk about scaling the network, making it better, getting it to be the peer-to-peer currency that it was always designed to be. Well, I mean, the way the last upgrade went and all the contention and the user activated soft fork, it made me think that I would be lucky to see changes in the Bitcoin protocol
Yes,
in my lifetime.
Yes,
Right.
because that did seem so incredibly, hard.
And with this being uncontentious and everybody going ahead and saying, hey, let's go ahead, let's make this happen. We need to upgrade the network. Let's have this soft fork. It could be endless, right? This could be the beginning of everybody continuing to say, hey, let's continue to upgrade this. Let's continue to work on this because we've seen funding, right? We've started to see the money being poured into Bitcoin development and commercialization and the on and off ramp avenues for the average everyday person that we didn't have in 2017. Remember, there was only like 2 places to be able to go. You had to go back to local Bitcoins, which has been around forever. You had to go to Coinbase or you had to go to Gemini.
Yeah.
Now, pick up anything, touch any app. Soon, get a hold of any bank.
Oh, crap. I think it was Mike earlier, but it was somebody. Yep, Mike. He said Robinhood is also doing what PayPal is doing and actually letting you be able to move shit around and whatnot. See, it's just some like terms and like conditions area of where it would suck, I guess, if that was your first something and you bought it and then it was all like, oh, I can. Okay. I mean,
the roosters chasing each other. Yeah.
Actually, not yet. It's a rooster chase. Sorry. It'll end in a fight. They're coming towards me.
Anything over there? Should I move on to the next one?
Hold on. What do we got? All right. Paul Rullis says no sanction ever caused the lights at a palace to be turned off or the dinner to be late. That is freaking true. Truth Monster says Iran is top 4 in the world for natural gas reserves and oil reserves. Dictator's just going to dictate. I mean, I thought they had stuff and things. I mean, yes, but whatever. Apparently none of us do. Vengeance here. Although he's saying we're cutting. Well, that's going to suck. I don't know.
Well, I hope it's on you, Vengeance, not me. Let us know in the chat if you're having any problems.
YouTube's not telling me anything on my side, so I don't know.
But let's see. What do we got here? The last, I got another story here. This one, Eugene brought it to us, right? He's seen this, but it was on CNBC talking about the UK police had a confusion. They thought they were going to be busting in on a cannabis farm. Instead, it was an illegal Bitcoin farm. They were stealing electricity. And usually when they see that kind of a situation of someone hooking up illegally to the power grid and stealing that kind of power, it's for growing crops.
I gotcha.
But instead, they had a bunch of ant miners all hooked up, about 100 of them, it looks like, a little over 100 of them. So the police seized them, they took them. No one got arrested, though. So I was thinking about
this. Not illegal? Is it like just your electric company issue then?
Well, I mean, you committed a felony fraud of grand theft. I mean, you're stealing thousands of dollars worth of electricity.
I would think. I don't know how nobody got arrested.
100 ant miners all hooked up.
I mean, okay. Nobody got arrested.
I could see this working if you could get ant miners cheap.
Right.
Because, I mean, you just like flash mob the situation of wherever you were going to set up these miners, and then you just remote, mine.
But only for a week or two or something.
Well, no, you do it until the place got busted.
I don't know, because, they were... Okay, so first off, how they were getting confused about the cannabis, how they were the power, right? Okay, and then that they were saying that there was a lot of traffic, like actual human beings pulling up and out of this building warehousey thing. Like, what the hell? What are you doing? Maintenance? Routine maintenance? Like, you have somebody in there to do that. You don't, come and go every hour.
I'm making the documentaries on the miners in China. They sleep there.
Yes. Hot
ramen. Exactly.
No one blows up.
The miners do not go down.
I'm just saying.
Don't you know how to mine properly? They have Grubhub now. They can bring you the food.
Jesus, right? No, that would probably have been even more of the cannabis operation. Right? Oh my God, they're eating. Yep, it's for sure. We have to go in. Oh, you can see Shawnee Poo.
Yes.
And one of the roosters in the rooster chase. Oh, now you can just see his horrible little lion tail. Yep.
It's hot here. Well, it's been in the mid 90s all week, right? We're starting to cool off here, though. Tomorrow, I think it's supposed to start dipping below 90.
Like 87 or 9 or something. We're under 90. I will take it.
Oh, no, we're looking at taking Memorial Day off. We might go tubing over at Rainbow River. It's been a long time since I've gone tubing down a river. I thought that maybe it'd be fun this Memorial Day. Get out there.
I've never tubed down.
Yeah, so that's why that was another one of the reasons that was making me push for it. Samantha, it is definitely a Samantha kind of event.
I mean, all you do is eat food and float and drink.
Drink, yeah.
Yeah. That sounds exactly like what I would be up for. All right. I mean, I do know that there is snakes, okay? So that's the only downside that I am not super up for. But whatever, I'll take it. All right, Paul Rillo says that we are kind of hiccuping a little bit, but it's not too serious. So, damn it, okay. Well, I mean, I don't know.
I think I closed everything, so.
God knows.
I don't know. The internet in this area is bad. It could just be bad at this time right now. Everybody could be trying to download some Netflix movie or something or stream. And
God knows.
I didn't run an internet speed test before.
Yeah, because those are depressing, okay?
They are depressing. But we are getting ready to start wrapping this one down. That was the last of my talking points. Please go ahead, comment in the chat. Let us know if there's anything else you'd like to talk about before we go ahead and end this episode. I don't know what else to say about the price of cryptocurrency. You know, it has its good days. It has its bad days. It's about going ahead and having a plan when you get involved. And the plan shouldn't be about the price. If it's about the price, then this isn't a savings mechanism. And that's how I talk about this as a savings mechanism. You're talking about an alternate source of income. That's something different. And that requires a different view, a different educator, right? A different concept of how you look at Bitcoin. And being involved with the news and the technical analysis and the gossip and all of that, that's what will get you there. Being a saver like I am, that is noise that will cause you a headache and cause you to have a weak hand. So figure out where you are, because both sides of the fence can make you money and can work.
Right. They're not, I mean,
it's about just picking which side you're on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I find that most people and most cryptocurrency influencers, they act as if they're on both. And that doesn't really work.
Horsefly.
Yeah, the yellow horseflies are bad this summer. I've noticed that a few of the places doing details on RVs and stuff, they're coming out the woods like crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So anybody in the chat, Samantha, anything else to be talking about?
All right. Where are we at? Okay. So Venture said it was only momentary when the roosters were fighting. That's cool. Okay. So it only got glitchy when they got glitchy. Nice. All right. And
it's about the audio, right? No fancy center graphics. This week in Bitcoin was good. I liked the guy talking about the miners haven't opened up to the ideal that they should be having. Our power companies should be having miners right there because they can produce so much. I don't think that we should be looking at the power consumption problem
in a bad way.
In a bad way. I think that it should be focused on renewables, right? Making cleaner energy.
It's okay, Mike. I'm trying to focus, man. This is awesome. And you know how they like they snipe you, like they do not let you go. Yeah, this one is definitely my nemesis. All right, Mike says, let's not forget that Apple is looking for a crypto. What? Okay, let's not forget Apple is looking for a marketing crypto guy. Are they now?
Yeah, I heard that one too. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be one of those hindsight's 2020 where, you know, after this dip is over, they'll be like, yeah, we bought that dip at 35,000 and we bought, you know, like $3.6 billion or something. And everyone else is going to be like, oh, man, I wish I had bought. Well, we did buy. We're going to find out how it plays out. I know that the more Satoshis I have, the more likely it will be that I will reach that fiat value. If Bitcoin is still just a store of value where me and Samantha are going to be able to have that retirement that we dream of, hope of, and are trying to get there by sacrificing today for tomorrow.
Ow! Ooh, Vengeance says BlackRock wants cheap Bitcoin, so they leaned on Elon since they're a big investor in Tesla. So Elon changed his tune. Oh, so he's not just straight batshit crazy? Really? I don't
Who
know.
was it that was saying that he's just playing? He's just he has a sick sense of humor. Was it
playing in the
was
garden?
was it Modern Investor?
Probably.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Muskie is a little. Yeah. He is. I mean, have you seen his smile? He looks like a serial killer behind the eyes.
I just still find the totems of him smoking a doob is funny.
Oh my Jesus! I know. Like,
Everybody at every rave has to have one of Elon smoking, and it's funny. What I really find funny are the big mouth totems.
oh my God,
That cartoon is
like,
disturbing
it
in
really
so many
screws
levels.
with your head.
Yeah.
Like, we watched
All right, you
both
guys.
seasons. Yep.
I super
Traumas.
appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with us this evening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow, right? And that this evening is good to you. Remember to keep that BTC safe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Oh my.